So then what happened? What led up to this arrest situation? Give us that.
So in April of 1992, we were in Los Angeles, and I saw Siri Singh Saab talking Kirpal Singh, and later Kirpal asked me if I help him, and he was reorganizing a business that he was running for Yogi Bhajan, but he was in overhead, asked me if I could just help him out for about a week max. And unbeknownst to me, that was the last time, that would be the last time that I would have a conversation with my spiritual teacher of 18 years. And unknowns at the time, I just had no clue, really had no idea. Everybody was in a good mood and spirits in Los Angeles. And so when we returned to Northern California, on about it was either the third or the fourth day after we returned, my office, and Drusiri was in the office, and I said pop in at my, the office door and pop back out, pop in and look, what's going on? Yeah, well then all of a sudden my office filled with detectives, and the assistant district attorney, or ADA. The assistant district attorney comes in, and all these detectives, and they make sure that we are separated. They make sure that we're cornered so that we can't run out the door. And we just have no clue at all what's going on. And I asked questions by the ADA that, but this is making sense to me, none of it. And the funny thing is while in the office telephone rang, and of course, they're not letting me pick up the phone or move, and the answering machine picks it up, and it's Kirpal Singh, and from was calling, and he's leaving quite interesting message while 5 detectives and the assistant district attorney are intently listening to the messages he's leaving. And of course, they plugged the answering machine and took it with them. Well, I didn't know what was going on. I asked her if I need an attorney because I just can't figure out where the questioning's going. It's getting more intense, more intense. I don't have a clue. So the long story short is I went to my corporate attorney's list, and I walked in, and he just looked at my face and he said, "Oh my God, what's going on?" I told him, "I don't know." And he goes, "Well, I told him the little bit I did know. I got 5 detectives and an ADA in the office. I get in there." Yeah. And he goes, "Are you being arrested?" And I go, I don't know, but they're right behind me. And he got on the phone and called a criminal attorney. The detectives walked in his office and said, "Yes, he's under arrest." And they handcuffed me, and they talked on the phone to a man who was going to become my attorney, and they took me to jail. So that's how that started. That night on the local news, breaking news on television is my case. This man's arrested, and I forget what they said I was arrested for, because I didn't know what I was arrested for. She didn't know what I was arrested for. We're only hearing from the newspapers and the television.
That's how we're hearing.
In the morning, my picture's on the front page, and we've got to read the story to try to get an idea or a glimpse. We still don't know what's going on. All we know is I got handcuffed and hauled away. That kind of messed things up a little bit. My business closed. My wife's employer terminated her business, and our kids were bullied in school. So it just kind of went downhill really fast. And I started, I called my spiritual teacher, who's always told personally on at 1620 Bruce Road, he told both of us, look, if there's ever a problem, do not walk, run. I will be there for you. Well, there was a problem. So I called, he's not taking your call. Okay. I sent letters, telegrams, FedEx, anything I could. He won't. Communication. I've never talked to him since then. He didn't want to take my call. A year later, I was told he doesn't want you to scream and yell at him. I wasn't going to scream and yell at him, but there was an awful lot at this beginning that I didn't know. I was a little naive on what the heck was going on, and not knowing at the time that, yeah, he and Kerpal knew something was going on with their business, which was the Canadian lottery scam. And somehow they just kind of, well, let's go stick Guru Bir Singh in the middle. Let's go stick him in this and see what happens. But
Lorana, can you explain the part where like you're on the outside, he's arrested, and you